Here's the fortress that we're going to visit, and here we are on the river. We're going to head up to that fortress, and here's our ship. The lady in the blue outfit is our next door neighbor, and we're the next room over.
Officially, I wish you a warm, sunny welcome to the Golubac Fortress, ladies and gentlemen. About 300 meters from here to the main entrance of the fort, obviously. Don't worry over the
We're in northeast Serbia.
Left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, it's still Danube River, obviously. Second longest river after Volga in Eastern Europe. Of us.
Deepest, longest
yes, the
gorge
deepest one,
in
like
Europe.
98 meters.
And the Iron Gate.
Place measured 35 kilometers from here. Yes. I can about the river. In Middle Ages, too many changes, I can tell you, very brutal period, like 13th, 14th century Danube River border between Serbian medieval despotate and Hungarian kingdom. But also, you can imagine, Ottomans came here from Minor Asia like a beginning of 15th century. They took place of everything, I could say. They controlled this fortress like 5 centuries in constantly period, from 15th to the almost middle of 19th century, so we can count. And also in the Romance period, still a border river between Roman Imperia until 3rd century after the Christ, between those one and Dacians from the opposite side of the river.
This is from the Ottoman period.
Gentlemen from 1458, like the middle of 15th century.
1458.
We have another very small building.
Even older, this one's about 200 AD. Nearby settlement, I think some of our people went there. It's 7,000 BC. 15th to the 19th century, the Ottomans had cannons in there.
Metal chain, very, of course, clever idea. Like a custom line, pay toll, border line. Doesn't matter. Of course, if you want to pass, of course, enter into the gorge or exit, make some connection between Northern and Black Sea, like a main corridors, you have to pay some toll to army commander. How the Golubac Fortress actually got that name? We have to return in the latest 14th century. Along the story, according to the story, to the legend exactly, one Ottoman army commander of the fortress, he fell in love with a beautiful local Serbian girl. Now we can see they mixed religion, culture, language. I don't know what is exactly her idea, why she refused. Marry him, rejected his love, went to the harem and another medieval customs. But she do that exactly. Caused him very angry because of that. So he decided to punish her. He punished her on very brutal way. He kidnapped her one night, tied her, took to a boat. He drew her exactly to that rock. He chained Golubana girl. I didn't mention her name, Golubana. Now we can see some relation about name of the girl, name of this place. So, she never regret, say a sorry. Character person, brave, maybe crazy, just maybe. Refuse again everything. He left her to die chained on that rock. Just local story, Imperials, only 2 possibilities. They actually lived right here in the surrounding, of course. They probably, notice something about this great location and about all those benefits as we're talking before. It's 13th century, like a 1280s, not before. And second assumption, by the Hungarians. Logical. When they passed the river right here, they conquered all modern Eastern Serbian country right now. They maybe recognize the importance of the location and start constructing beginning of 14th century. We just found
6 years ago, cars, buses, trucks all went right through here, and they've replaced it with this tunnel up here.
Talking about one real munition. Ottoman Empire conquered this place in the middle of 15th century. Main purpose to put that stone ball to the exit wall Why? To send a message to all Christian part of the Europe, to terrify them, like a psychological thing, that you can't take this place by force, by the arms. Follow me?
14th to the 19th century, the Ottomans had control of this whole area. Cannonballs,
Cairo level, former traffic.
catapult,
Of course.
and those balls in the catapult.
And another equipment. When we're talking about those flags, ladies and gentlemen, we have Serbian Despotate, Ottoman Imperial. We can come 79
We are in the medieval palace.
So all of those organizations, exactly, they participated in the main project of the restoration. Not only the palace, I mean, about all the parts of the fortress. They collect almost 8.5 million euros. Years ago, it was like a $9 million about the restoration of this place. So thanks to all the organization, but not only for them. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all. Physical condition, the shape of the fortress from which period? Beginning of the 20th century, like 100 years ago. You can see too many parts, don't preserve exactly, unfortunately. And what is the main point exactly, except the shape and anything else?
River level.
Of course, too much lower exactly. We can see very... I don't bother you about my son, thank you. So, all the contents of the fortress, obviously, it was built on the land.
Because of the power plant, the water level's gone up.
Oh, yes, interview. Okay. But exactly main point I told you before, and you can see clearly the traffic passing through tunnels. Two and third one, we can see, you can imagine just right there and proceeding again to the iron
18th century body armor.
Like a body armor, sorry, with the chainmail and chainmail hoodie. 2
Iron
kilos,
cannonball.
maybe, I'm not sure, like a 4 pounds heavy. I think something like that. Gunpowder place, melting the iron, the callops. You can see here the connection between those halves of the ball. So yes, very powerful 16th century munition for the former.
There's a toilet with seat and a hole.
Sposoban i moćan državnik, veliki vojni inovator i takmičar, nikada se nije pomirio sa gubitom ovako strateški važnog utvrđenja. Nastavio je napada Golubac sve do svoje smrti. Ipak, 1458. godinu dana pred plane Smedereva Despotovine, konačno je potpala pod osmansku vlast Mehmeta II. Ali i ovog puta rata. Hodža Mahmud Paša Bjelović, veliki vezir Osmanskog carstva, Golubac nije osvojio oružje, već prvi plan. Otkupio je Golubačku posadu bogatim poklonima i obećanjima otoka i imanja pred utvrđenjem. Sva gradska posada se predala, sve nezapovedne tvrđave koje se zatvorio u najvišu šešeljku. Posle nekoliko dana ispod Žeđu, zapovednik je morao da se preda, a tvrđava je konačno otpala pod vlast osnovne srpske države, vraća se tek posle drugog srpskog ustavljanja. Kako su se granice Otomanske imperije pomerale ka jugu, tako je vremenom izgubila značaj pograničnog utvrđenja. U 19. veku već je bilo napušteno, a sada naselje izmišljeno mesto sadašnjeg